Hello guys, we have developed one autonomous obstacle avoidance robot prototype here. So we have used, let me see, we have used this 4 motors here, which are BO motors, brush operated motors. Then we have connected the same type of tires here, which could be easily adjusted in the shaft of this BO motors. Then we have used this metal chassis over here. Then the basic to make this project is obstacle avoidance. So for the obstacle avoidance, we have used this distance measuring sensor, which is ultrasonic sensor. So firstly, we have used one ultrasonic sensor which can be remotely moved. Okay, so here for the movement purpose of this sensor, we have used this, let me see, servo motor here. In servo motor, the purpose behind using servo motor is very precise as per the rotation is concerned, since the steps are in angles. Okay, if we want to rotate it, we have to declare the angles, like we have to rotate the 30 degree, and we have to set a command that it should move in 0 to 30 degree. So as per the angle is concerned, the motor is very precise amongst all the motors. After doing this, we get to know there are certain loopholes in this, that yes, we are using this, and after this half rotation we can get to know the distance of left side of the robot. Then after this rotation we can get to know the right side of the robot. But the basic loopholes are, we can't recognize the obstacles over here, then obstacles which are at the extreme right, extreme left and extreme backward of the robot. So we have used these sensors integrated seamlessly in it. 3 sensors which are connected here, okay, by using this ultrasonic sensor stand here, so that it will get firmly connected here. So we have basically 6 sensors in here now for this. And then we have created this ramp. You can see here we have created this height here. So basically the purpose behind this height is to avoid the garbage value of these wires. It can detect the data of the wire also. So to get rid of these garbage values or wrong values, we have given it certain height, so that this will not be an obstacle for this. Okay, then the major mishappening in the warehouses is fire. Okay, to avoid this, we have used here smoke sensor. The smoke detecting sensor is used here. So for smoke detecting sensor, the working principle is quite simple. It just detects the smoke level in surrounding. So firstly, for using this, we have analyzed the value at normal conditions. The normal conditions, the values are in between 200 to 240. Okay, then we have used a fragrance stick for smoke purpose. We have lightened it up and then detected the values, then analyzed the values. The values are analyzed to be the values are observed 300 to 350. Okay, so we have set the threshold of 300. Okay, so that we can detect it at its minimum level. Okay, when the smoke gets started, so that we can overcome the fire as early as possible. If we recognize the cause of the fire, we can overcome it. Okay, then so here for controlling the 4 motors which I have shown previously, we have used motor driver here. The motor driver is of 2 channels. We have used 2-channel motor driver here, and then we have used 2 motors in parallelly for single. We have connected 2 motors in single channel. Okay, so we are controlling 4 motors using dual channel motor driver. That's the purpose behind using dual channel motor driver, that using a single motor driver we can control all the 4 motors. Okay, so the motor driver working is quite simple. We just have to analyze the pins, and we just have to signalize the pins, that is high, low, and just give the PWM value. PWM value is pulse width modulation. It regulates the speed of the motor. Okay, the basic purpose behind using motor driver is regulating the speed. Okay, then all this is controlled by the central processing unit, which is Arduino Mega here. The purpose behind using Arduino Mega is it is vulnerable and having more number of input output pins, analog pins, digital pins as compared to other Arduinos. Here we have a lot of sensors here, so we just need a lot of input output pins, digital pins, analog pins for the sake of real-time data acquisition. So we have used Arduino Mega for the sake of input output pins. Okay, then next we have used this buzzer here for the recognition purpose. When this smoke detector detects the threshold value is there, smoke is there, then this buzzer get activated. Okay, this makes some noise, so we can regulate that noise according to us. Okay, then we have used here the breadboard. You might think why it should be used here. So in our Mega there's just two ground pinouts and one 5-volt pinout, but we have requirement of lot of 5-volt pins here, that for each sensor we need one 5-volt and one ground. Then how can we deal with it? So we have used this breadboard here, so that using a single pin we can parallelly supply to number of pins. Okay, so that's the purpose behind using it here. Then what remains is, so basically this car works in 3 modes. Okay, first one is automated, second one is manual, and third one is voice control. So for automated, the logic which I have designed is, okay, there are all the peripheral ultrasonics for distance measuring. Then the basic and the major what we can say algorithm of this robotic vehicle is, it just goes straight, it fetches the data real time continuously. Okay, and when it gets to know that there is obstacle, the threshold value for the distance for this front ultrasonic sensor is 25 centimeters. If it detects any obstacle whether near 25 centimeter or nearer than that, then it sends the signal to the Mega that yes we have detected the obstacle. Okay, then it stops immediately, it goes back, and then it moves towards left, it moves towards right. Okay, sorry for this, it moves towards right as well. Then through this data the Arduino determines which data is less. Okay, if the left side distance is less, then it moves towards right side, so that there is a long path there. If the right side distance is less, that means the obstacle is at right side, so it moves towards the left side. Okay, then we get to know that there are certain loopholes. By using this turnable ultrasonic, we can get the values for this range, certain range only, specific range only. There are loopholes like this, we can't detect the values which are lower than this level and which are at extreme right, left, extreme backwards. So for this purpose we have used specialized sensors here that is specific for this range. Okay, this sensor is specific for this range, and as this is tinted, it can determine the values of the obstacle which are closer to the ground. Okay, so for left side, for right side, for extreme left, for extreme right, for extreme backwards. Okay, then we can detect the values from the same. Then as we mainstream the code is like it detects the obstacle, detects the distance. The basic working principle of ultrasonic sensor is, there is a transmitter, there is a receiver. Transmitter transmits the signal, receivers receive the signal. Then if the obstacle is there, transmitter sends the signal, signal gets collided here, then it gets reflected to the receiver, receiver receives the signals. Then in between the time zone, that is from sending to receiving, in between that time we can calculate the distance. As we can divide it by the speed of sound, we get the precise distance. Okay, So from this we can calculate the distance. This is the basic working principle of ultrasonic sense. That's it. In this way you can make this project. काहीतरी गणलं आहे. अल्ट्रासॉनिक डिस्टन्स सेन्सर लावलं ना त्याला.
सेन्सर आणलं याला. असं आपण कंट्रोल करू शकतो.
चालेल.